Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we find ourselves in a significantly better position than we were last episode. No doubt about that. However, I will not under any circumstances call this a good position. We do need another spouse here, and you would probably do. Sure, we'll do that. We definitely need to get an heir, and that will happen relatively soon here. Now, there is a faction here, allegedly. This is an independence faction. This is... wow. She is really strong for a Duchy tier realm. Only 3k? Why is this 49.6%? I think this is fake. We need to let this tick forward a bit. Yeah, there we go. That is fake. Perfect. So what is the actual faction here? The actual faction is none of these. Okay, I expect all of these factions to go away. I had just loaded up the game, so they were absolutely fake. That is good to know. Now, we can imprison some criminals here. Well, 60%, 97%, 0%. It's likely that we would be able to get this done, but I'm not going to try that. Yes, I know that we have some artifacts approaching 0 durability. This weapon here is not doing well, and in our royal court... do we have any court artifacts that are degrading here? No. It is just our weapon that is degrading. Okay, so that is 4 years away from going away entirely. There's not a lot we can do about that for the moment. We need a lot of gold to repair it, and we might just let it go away. We need a lot of gold in general, because we need to do some serious investing. So to that end, we're making 18 gold per month right now, which is okay. It's not phenomenal, but it is okay. We could become an herbalist or gain 110 gold, and to be honest, we need the gold right now, more than anything else. So that gold will allow us to do some upgrades out over this way. I don't want to work on castles at this moment. We will get there on the castles, but what I want to work on more than anything is these holdings down here. More specifically, building new holdings, because most of these have a full building slot already. Here, we should absolutely construct hospices, and we're going to... wait a second, that's a city holding. It doesn't matter. We'll get the hospices going there. I intended to construct those in shrine holdings. I thought that was a shrine for a moment. It wasn't. That's, I guess, okay. It doesn't actually matter all that much. So we're going to need to make more money here. We have a number of things that we need to do, and all of it requires money. We need to work on our buildings. We need to work on our holdings. We need to work on our men-at-arms. All of these things are very, very high priority right now. And that means that we need to not be working on expansion for the moment. We need to work on our legitimacy. We need to work on our lifestyle focus. There are a lot of things that need to happen right now, and all of them are harmed by going to war. All of these are critical. I don't care about spending 75 prestige. 75 prestige is completely irrelevant. Show this guy in. He brought us 75 prestige. So we just instantly get that 75 prestige back. I like it. So all of our building slots are currently full, or at least all of our building slots in which we can construct are currently full. So holding slots are the next thing to be worked on here. But what we need more than anything right now... oh, summon the physician, for sure. What we need to do more than anything right now is not hire one of these physicians. They all fail to impress me. Okay, cool. So that seems fine. We need to work on our economy, right? And there's a couple things that will help that. One is getting our lifestyle focus up. That's going to be huge. The next thing that we need is to get additional holdings constructed here. So down over this way, this will end up being a city holding. We need a lot of gold for that, though. So we just finished increasing our control here. I believe we have more control that we need to create here. So yes, that is down over here in Worodugu. So that is okay. No problem there. We do have at risk of plague, and that's due to the settlements of enough size. Okay, that's fine. For the moment, that is absolutely expected. So our plague resistance here is currently 6 due to the prayer halls. We have a new Hogan, and he does not endorse us. We need to sway him right now. We need to get him under control because we really, really want that 9 gold that he was giving us. We're also going to boost our development here up to 22. That is good. That will boost our tax by about 0.5%. And there is a dangerous faction here. This is this independence faction. Noted. So I'm wondering if there's anything we can do here right now. Well, she is Coptic. We could ask her to convert. She has a 64% chance. And I'm going to do that. Our court grandeur is below expected level, and we're below legitimacy expectations. That is painful. No doubt about it. Then we've got this guy here. We could marry off our half-sister. Problem solved. Okay, so that'll be good. Flagellants. Okay, it's perverse. We're going to persecute them. Fantastic. We don't want the health penalty, so that'll be fine. She did actually convert, which is kind of wild, but of course we demanded her conversion, so it's kind of an even offset, but that doesn't really matter. So we're all good there. We can pardon some criminals if we wanted to, and we maybe should, at least for our mother. We'll pardon our mother. That'll be fine. Do we want to pardon anyone else? Well, we have a child on the way. That's good. We should probably consider pardoning our steward. He's at plus 70 opinion of us right now. If we pardon him, he'll be at plus 85. So that seems really solid. Now, this guy, maybe not so much. Okay. So we can do some upgrades down here. Now, we can see how these are set up. So this is spearmen and skirmishers. In Kong North, it is heavy infantry, light cavalry. Yeah, this is going to be very awkward. So we're going to need to shift around our men-at-arms. I want to only have 1 unit of bowmen. So we should get rid of this regiment. And we want to replace that with onagers. So I'm going to have a size 1 unit of onagers. They are going to be stationed probably out over here. It doesn't matter where we station them. That'll be fine for the moment. Okay. Now, I do not want to have 2 units of pikemen. I do not want to have these Guinean uplanders at all. So all of those are going to need to go away. We're only making 10 gold per month right now because our Hogan is a jerk. Okay, he's an ambitious jerk. Gotcha. And our court grandeur is below the expected level. We could probably start to bring up our court grandeur if we really, really wanted to. The target would be 9, and it's currently costing us 7 per month. We have 10 to work with, so we can take this up to a 17. Okay. So that would be 14. That would be 17 right there. We would need to target somewhere around here-ish, though. We would need to max this out if we wanted to fix that. Now, we could swap off of a tribal court and go for either a diplomatic or administrative court. I want to go for an administrative court, and we're going to change that court type. That'll be absolutely fine. The question then becomes, this is going to put us at minus 5 gold income. Indeed. The court amenities are going to be incredibly expensive, and I don't want to do that yet. We need to bring up our income first. That is mission number 1 here. We're about to get a wealth focus, so we're going to be able to grab golden obligations. Golden obligations is not the most important, but it is, of course, the first. Yes, show this guy in. Serve me well. He sadly didn't bring gold, but I guess that's okay. And we're going to do golden obligations here. Excellent. Now, can we demand any payments? Well, we can demand 50 gold here, and we'll definitely do that. Sounds great. So we're up to 261 gold right now. And we should probably consider dropping this unit of pikemen. I want to replace the pikemen and the Guinean uplanders with heavy infantry. And then the light horsemen with heavy cavalry, but we're almost certainly lacking the technology for that. We need arched saddle for that. So that's not going to be a thing just yet. So I want to get rid of these 2. And I'm going to do that right now. So we're going to do this, and we're going to replace those with 2 units of armored footmen. Now, those are only going to be level 1 for right now. But that's okay. That will boost up our monthly income. But it does bring down, on paper, our level of power for the time being. Now, we had a daughter, and that's at least an heir. So that is absolutely great. And we need all of the cash we can get right now. The biggest thing that we can do for the moment is complete our lifestyle focus and get It Is My Domain. That is going to be absolutely enormous for us at this time. That'll bring us a huge cash infusion, and that would be phenomenal. So we do have a booming city over here, apparently. Conquest of the Kingdom of Guinea and a mighty endeavor for wool. Okay. Looks good. So that is absolutely fine for the moment. The real concern at this point is still finances, right? And we need to start moving around some of these. What is this disillusion war? Our sister-in-law is calling us into this against Outer Ajuran. We don't have to actually show up, though. Sure. This war is already basically over. Ticking war score is going down. This is way down here. Okay. We're not going to show up to that. That's not going to be a thing. We'll accept it, but we're not going to show up. Our troops are definitely on the way. 175 gold. I really don't want to spend the legitimacy, though. It's worth a try. I don't like spending 175 gold on that. But I would have liked giving up the legitimacy even less at this point. We need legitimacy. We need gold. We need court grandeur. All of these things are basically the same root cause. And that root cause is we need gold. Man, another additional gold? No, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to give away more gold. We can demand payment from our cousin here. He's only got 2 gold. So we're not going to do that. We could raise forces and come down here and fight them for, like, ransoms and stuff, but it probably wouldn't end up being worthwhile. So for the moment, that's okay. I want to go to all of these and unstation these. So we're going to unstation everyone here. And that's absolutely fine. All of these are going to be unstationed because we need to figure out where we want to station each one. Now, this has heavy infantry boost, so that seems good. We can station you in Kong North. This currently has a heavy infantry boost as well, so we can station you in Buwaki. That'll be fine. In Boron, we've got a bonus to spearmen. So absolutely, we can take these pikemen and station them there. Okay, what else do we need to station? Well, it doesn't matter where we put the onagers. We'll just put them in at the end. In Laraba, this is going to be spearmen, heavy infantry, and spearmen. Okay. This is a good spot for spearmen, actually. This is a very good spot for spearmen. I'm going to move our spearmen from Boron over to Laraba. Okay, now, down in Boron, we currently have this. This is going to have to be reworked, almost certainly, because we need a location for cavalry. So that is going to end up being stables. That's going to cost us gold. And then up in... Well, actually, I would rather not station these up here. We're not going to get any archer upgrades up this way, are we? No. It doesn't... Actually, we do over here in Banifing. So that would be okay to temporarily station them here, although we're definitely going to want to change that around. And then these guys can, for the moment, be stationed down in Boron, with these guys being in Worodugu. Okay. So that'll be fine for the moment. We've got reasonable bonuses rolling here, but we're definitely going to need to do additional work. We currently have hamlets here, farms and fields. We're going to want to eventually swap this over, but we don't have the cash to do it just yet. We're going to gain some prestige here, not like it matters. And our Hogan is currently endorsing us, but not quite maximally. Okay. We should definitely cull the sheep. Okay, we gained a stress level. That is reasonably fine. We're going to say we're just as good as the rest, and that is okay. We'll just sit on this stress level for the moment. That seems okay. Demand artifact. No, get out of here. Also, I want to check in on the prize bow. Yeah, it's only 2 years away. We really, really, really need gold. We'll treasure the thought. Okay. We need gold incredibly badly, and we're getting there. Our lifestyle focus is making progress. We don't want to lose legitimacy. That would be bad as well. There's a lot of awkward situations for us right now, but things are okay financially. Yeah, this will have unforeseen consequences. Full of rabid animals in Kong. Okay. Well, that's not necessarily great. Plague resistance here is 0, and that is definitely not good. Can we cleanse that off? I don't think that's a county corruption. No. Okay. So there's nothing we can do about that at this time. Well, we can definitely think about bumping up our heavy infantry in one of these locations. We have our pikemen stationed here, so we could definitely upgrade this to level 2 to boost up our pikemen. That is a possibility. Down here, I don't want to give up these hamlets at this time. I feel like we really need to work on our economy more. So that would mean replacing this hill fort. There's nothing stationed here with hill farms. And yes, I want to do that in our economy area. So we'll get that going for now. We definitely want to be making as much income as possible. So that's all looking good. No problem whatsoever there. Okay, our wife is bearing our child again. That is reasonably good. Populists, I don't care. That is completely fine. We're going to build 3 additional cities here once we have the cash. And we'll see if this guy liked it. We're at 72 right now. Oh yeah, he's definitely fully endorsing us. Let's stop this way. Fantastic. We don't need to continue to work on that. He is fully endorsing us. We're making 23 gold per month now. That is a reasonable level of gold, but we need more. We need a lot more. We need so much more gold. It's going to be a crazy amount of gold that we need. We're in a better situation, but we're not in a fantastic situation. Now, I'm going to want to swap these eventually, but right now, well, the mud brick towers isn't really helping our archers. We could swap the mud brick towers over to farms and fields. Let's get going on that. That'll make us some additional cash. We just need to optimize our economy at this point, right? So we're going to want to eventually switch these archers to something over in this duchy, and that'll be fine. 52%. Okay, we lost 44 stress there. That's good. We were definitely building up a lot of stress. No doubt about that. This war will be over shortly, in theory. Either way, it'll be over shortly. Like, Outer Ajuran, why are they doing a disillusion war here anyway? Like, this is a single county. I don't know what the goal is here. It's very strange. But the war is over, and so that's fine. No problem whatsoever there. Now, we're at the point where we're making a reasonable sum of money. I want to switch over the mud brick towers over here eventually to... Actually, desert agriculture would be the way to go here. We can do that right now, and let's get going on that. So that sounds good. How are we doing over here? We're currently fascinating coinage. We probably shouldn't be doing that right now. We should probably be fascinating ledger for the additional building slots. I don't care about the domain limit at this time, but I do want building slots. Absolutely. So let's get going on that. That'll be fine. And 93 gold. But we're giving it up over the loss of legitimacy. We do get a stewardship perk right now, and that is, it is my domain. That's a very, very important thing right now. Because now we can say, now where are my loyal subjects? Okay, so we're going to get 220 gold here and 20 dread. Fantastic. So that brings us back out of debt. And I want to check up over this direction. Yeah, these are all relatively full for the moment. So we're going to need to construct additional cities, right? Although this is going to need a temple holding. We need 200 gold for that. So that's about 10 months out. For the moment, that's fine. Now, we're not very bulked up in terms of our men-at-arms, and we're going to have to rebalance our accolades for those men-at-arms. Yes, show this guy in. Excellent. We gained some court grandeur out of that, which is nice, and we're going to decline this artifact. Sounds good. The next thing that we need to construct is definitely a shrine, and that is going to be the goal. Now, we're working towards Exalted Among Men. That's okay. But cash is the most important thing right now. So the next thing that we're going to get here is probably going to be Hergeld, and then War Profiteer. No, probably Detailed Ledgers after that. War Profiteer, we're not planning on going to war for a while. We can't really afford the expense. We need to be heavily investing in our realm at this time. So here in Kong North, we are at 22 development. We might want to start thinking about doing development over here in Worodugu for the moment. This is the capital of our economic duchy. And I think I'm going to swap here. We're seeing diminishing returns out over this way for sure. And I want to increase development in Worodugu. So we're going to get going on that. That's going up by 3.6. That should be reasonably solid. We'll make our way through that quite quickly. So these are going to start increasing in the amount of gold that they're making us. And we're still going to be getting some spread out over this way relatively quickly from Kong North. So that seems fine. We'll just work on our second duchy for a while here. And then once we have that up to scratch, to be honest, we should probably have communal government by then and be able to go back to Kong North. So that'll be the overall concept there. We did just gain 300 stewardship lifestyle experience from our spouse, and that is very nice. I like it. Now, this is our current heir. We should absolutely give her a stewardship focus, and we should educate her. Do we want to do it ourselves? Yes, we do. Okay, that'll be fine. So the next thing that we absolutely need, yeah, our prize bow is going to be going away. It's too expensive. So that is gone. There's nothing that we really wanted to do about that. I mean, I would have repaired it, but we really need the cash right now. Our son was stillborn, and we gained 50 stress from that. That's not necessarily great. Oh, man, 50 additional stress here? Oof. So our stress levels are through the roof right now. We need to meditate in seclusion. And where are we going to meditate? We should probably meditate in a moderately challenging place. Actually, that's a long ways away with a lot of dangers on the route. I'm not going to do that. We'll meditate in our castle. It's nice and safe, and that'll be absolutely okay. We just want to lose a little bit of stress here, right? So that'll be fine. We could also hold an event, but it'll be... Actually, that's a fair amount of prestige there. Let me tell you about ourselves, though. We don't care about prestige. It doesn't really matter. We don't necessarily want the downside of that. We do need to get this temple building as soon as we can, and that is underway. Next, we need to build a city here. We need to build a city here, and then we need to build 3 cities here. So that is going to be a fairly large outlay in terms of cash. 86% chance, huh? They start a war with the rebellion, CB. We could become a trusting liege here, though, and that's probably okay. The rumors were true, though. Okay, so this guy's now our rival, and there's a dangerous faction here. What faction is that? Liberty? Really, a Liberty faction? We're only on Crown Authority 2. Okay, whatever. If that's what they want to do, I'm not going to stop them, I suppose. So, this Farba here is a bit of a problem. Our primary issue, we're over our domain limit. Oh, I did not realize that. Okay. When did that happen? When our wife died. That's when it happened. Okay. So we're going to do this. That will help matters, of course. No, you'll find no deal here, but... That is so much stress. We have so much stress right now. We really can't go to level 3 stress. We're going to take gold, and he's going to lower his feudal taxes. I really don't like that, but that's the position we find ourselves in. I feel like we were forced into doing that. So at this point, we want to make you be our primary wife. There we go. And that bumps us back up to 7 of 8. Perfect. So we're now making gold again, and that will boost up these guys' opinion of us somewhat. If we take a look at this, she wants a seat on the council, and what's she good at? Kind of nothing. We could put her as our spy master, though. Okay. And hopefully, yes, we do lose 11 stress. That's not a lot of stress loss, but there we go. Hopefully she'll be interested in leaving this faction now. Yeah, she should be. So that looks good. That should be no problem whatsoever. So next up, over here in Waro Dugu, we can absolutely upgrade this desert agriculture to make 0.2 extra taxes per month, plus an additional 1% holding tax. I like it. Let's go. So we'll get that going. Our meditation has concluded. We got very, very little out of that, to be honest, but that's okay. What else do we want to do to lose stress here? Well, we could hold a tournament, potentially. Oh, our daughter is making us happy. That is good. So that loses a little bit of stress, but we have a lot of stress to work through yet. No doubt about that. We can demand some payments, and this one, absolutely, I want to do. The rest of these are kind of mediocre. But we do get a new stewardship perk, and we're going to take Hairgeld. There we go. All is looking good there, so that boosts up our taxes a little bit. Cool. Our sister died, and that caused us to gain 25 stress, so we're right back where we were as far as stress goes. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work our way through these economic constructions. We absolutely need to get what we can done as far as economy goes. The economy is starting to strengthen, but we're not quite where we need to be yet. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Kintogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.